I never meant to take this job at Station Echo, but it found me. Been drifting between dead-end gigs, the kind of work nobody talks about in the military, the kind you take when you're desperate. Then, a recruiter called. No details, just a cold voice saying, "There's an opening. Night shift. Strict rules. If you want to last till morning, follow them exactly." Thought it was a joke at first, but the pay was good. Too good. So I showed up, signed the papers without reading them, and that's when everything went sideways. I started my shift at Station Echo by watching a man bleed from his eyes. He didn't scream, he didn't blink, he just sat there in the second chair, the one they told me was supposed to stay empty, stared at me like he was waiting for something. He knew me. I hadn't even clocked in yet. The tech I was replacing didn't bother to mention the rules until we were already 2 levels underground. Just handed me a folded, yellowed paper and said, "If you want to get out in the morning, follow every one of these, no exceptions." Then he got in the elevator, pressed the button for the surface, and never looked back. The elevator doors hissed shut. That's when I heard the knock on the door behind me. 3 soft taps. But I hadn't told anyone I'd taken the job yet. 12:47 a.m. I stood there, sweating in my uniform, staring at the cold steel door where the knock had come from. The bunker was dead silent except for the hum of the generators. No other staff. Just me, the control boards, the surveillance monitors, and that second chair. I tried to laugh it off. Just nerves, right? Probably the pipe settling. The whole station was from the Cold War. Outdated everything. So I sat down. The second chair was to my left. Empty. I unfolded the paper. 5 typed rules. No title. Just this. 1. Play the calibration tone at exactly 1 a.m. and do not listen to it. 2. If the intercom buzzes but no one is scheduled to call, do not answer it. 3. There is a second chair in the monitoring room. If it's occupied, leave the room immediately. 4. You may hear music playing from the abandoned hallway. Do not follow it. 5. At 4:17 a.m., a man will knock on the exterior door. He will look just like your father, but he is not. I reread them twice. No signatures, no context, just rules. Check the clock. 12:58 a.m. Time to play the calibration tone. Rule number 1. 1 a.m. I hit the button labeled Cal Tone. Nothing happened for a second. Then, a noise flooded the room. Low, rumbling static mixed with something like a heartbeat. Repetitive, mechanical. Beneath it, I swear I could hear whispers. Rule number 1 said not to listen, but I did. Only for a second. 2 max. Then I muted the speakers, but the tone kept playing, unmuted itself. Whispers grew louder. It was saying my name. Jacob, Jacob, Jacob. I yanked the headset off and slammed the caltone switch again. Silence. Then a quiet scrape. The second chair had turned to face me. 1:32 a.m. Tried to rationalize it. Maybe it rolled. Old floors, uneven, bullshit like that. Cameras flickered. Monitor number 4 went black. That was the west hallway. Buzz echoed through the room. The intercom. Not scheduled. Stared at the blinking red light. Rule number 2. Do not answer. It buzzed again and again. I unplugged it from the wall, but it just kept buzzing. Finally it stopped. The red light dimmed. I let out a breath, got up to check the hallway, and as I passed the chair, I was facing forward again, but I didn't move it. So at 2 a.m, there was nothing on the monitors. It was dead quiet. I started logging the system pings when I saw it. Unauthorized transmission detected. Terminal I hadn't touched was open. Line after line of code typed itself. Hello, Jacob. You shouldn't have listened. Then, 1 seat, 1 soul. 2 is imbalance. Then the whole terminal shut down. The lights dimmed. Then this music started. Like jazz. Old. Warped. Distant. It was coming from that abandoned hallway. Rule number 4. I turned every light on, every door I could, shut off the intercom, but the music didn't fade. It just got closer. I jammed my fingers in my ears and tried to focus, read a manual, anything. But I swear I could hear something on the camera feed in the hallway, and I could see it. A figure dancing. Its arms were long, like really long, and it was dancing alone, happy and flouncing around the corridor. 3:10 a.m. I don't know how long I'd blacked out for. 1 minute I was staring at the screen and this dancing figure. Next minute I was waking up on the floor. A trail of blood led from the second chair to the hallway door. The door was wide open. I hadn't moved it. 3:55 a.m. The hallway monitors are offline. The terminal keeps typing by itself. You heard it. You heard him. He's almost here. Seat for seat, trade for trade. Let him in. A scraping sound behind me. The second chair was suddenly full. The man in the chair was identical to me. Face, eyes, uniform. Except he had no mouth. He reached for me and I ran. 4:17 a.m. A knock on the exterior door. 3 knocks. Sharp. Deliberate. Like the sound already knew it was supposed to happen. Then a voice. Jake, it's Dad. You forgot your inhaler. My chest locked up. I haven't seen my dad in 10 years. Not since the funeral. Didn't move. Didn't even blink. Just stared at the exterior camera feed. And there he was. Standing in the snow, right where the floodlight didn't quite reach. Wearing my father's old jacket, the one I buried him in. His hair was wet, but it wasn't raining, and his face was really pale. He was smiling, not blinking. I leaned closer to the monitor, squinting at the screen. Something was off. His smile just didn't move. His chest didn't rise. The longer I stared, the less human he looked. Like he was stuck in a still frame, except the shadows around him were shifting. He stepped closer to the door. The camera twitched. A quick blur of static, and suddenly he was right up against the lens, inches from it. Eyes too wide, skin too smooth, like wax left too long under a lamp. He looked straight into the camera and waved. I couldn't breathe. My mouth was dry. Every cell in my body screamed to run, to hide, to shut off the feed, but I couldn't look away. He knocked again. Tap, tap, tap. Then the voice came back, softer this time. Jake, I'm getting cold out here. My name sounded stretched, like the vowels were unraveling or something. I reached for the mic button to speak, to tell him to go away, but my hand froze mid-air. The monitor blinked again. Now he wasn't alone. Behind him, just barely visible in the shadows, were shapes, dozens of them. Tall, thin figures swaying in place as if listening, waiting. I pulled my hand back. Rule number 5, He is not your father. Whatever those things were behind him, they weren't anything. 4:55 a.m. I barricaded myself in the comms locker. Something is moving in the vents. Something is calling my name in two voices. One sounds like me. I can hear typing from the control room. I can see it from the backup camera feed. The terminal is writing, "One must stay. One must stay. One must stay." The chair is empty now. I think it's waiting for me. 6 a.m. The lights came back on. The door unlocked. A new guy stepped in, looked nervous, said he was my replacement. I tried to warn him, but something made me stop. Instead, I handed him the paper. "If you want to get out in the morning," I said, "follow every one of these. No exceptions." Then I got in the elevator, pressed the button for the surface, and never looked back. But as the elevator doors closed, I swear I heard it. 3 soft taps on the door behind him.